Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. Henry.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On first down, Gardner. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now this throw caught left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. On the ground, it's Reddick. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. What up? Check.
Now Reddick. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
That's it. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Operating from the gun. Gardner. And able to find Green. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
SOS.
What? Go.
From the gun, Gardner. He finds Reddick complete.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Quick the edge. Go.
Right side. Drive on.
2nd and 5. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Double tight. 4 down.
On 1st and 10, Gardner. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Gardner under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's third and long.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. All day. All day. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Operating from the gun. Gardner. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Ready? 59, right. 59, Mike. Check, check. 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first down, it's Bishop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Push him back.
Now Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a third and 6.
Check 43. Check 99. Check 99.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
57. Mike, 57.
Throwing on first down. Gardner. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
You got tight. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
To throw again. Gardner. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
You see me?
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Under crunch. Don't trade. 57. Bring it. Bring it.
Here's Riddick. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham.
Come on, Zach. Time of the ending. 57's the mic.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing on third and long. Gardner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Mike. Mike 57.
Set up.
On first down, Gardner. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
57's Mike. Watch it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gardner, deep ball for Jeffrey. And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down. To throw is Jackson. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. This is Johnson, he's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Riddick with a carry. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Check, 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 check.
Off play action. Gardner. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Rip right, rip right.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, hey, hey. You got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down.
Here I come. I'm coming after you, 20. I'm coming after you, 25. Here I come. Zoom, zoom.
On 3rd down, Gardner. And he connects with Hurts. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
66, pull it, high, 55.
Check, 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 check.
Set,
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Theo Riddick, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go, here we go. You're out. HC Gator.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Ball try. 52, Mike.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Slip, go. Check three.
Here's Jackson, operating from the gun. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7. Our score. We remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? Hey, come on. Two times.
And he'll give it here to his running back. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Watch 54. Hey.
From the gun, Gardner. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever.
57.
Operating from the gun. Gardner buying time to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
On the ready. 52, back 52. Come on. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Guys, it's game situation. Look. Showing it. Showing it. Shift. Shift. Shift, shift. Check 37. Check 37.
They go play action with Jackson. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. We have hit halftime. Still 2. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Check it back, check it back. Hey, he's checking.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Calais Campbell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Open man is Uzama. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here we go. Set. 57 for Pittsburgh. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
To throw on 3rd down. Gardner. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama.
Let's go.
A nice pickup there. 18 yards. 1st down Falcons. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4th down, even.
Back to throw. Gardner. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Gardner. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Jackson now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the Falcons.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Operating from the gun. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Shoot.
Getting it out left side to Sanu. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Yeah, 60 yards. He's at the mic.
3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
That's it. Minus 57.
To throw on 2nd down. Gardner. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Let's go, D.
Operating from the gun. Gardner. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Back back now here on EA Sports as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Come on, boys, come on.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check 24. Mike 52, Mike 52. I don't even know why this team's
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike is 59, Mike is 59. Here we go, here we go. He's coming.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Ready, 10, come on. Mike's 59. I got it. Don't take.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. The completion to Riddick. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Don't get nervous. Orbit. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
Operating from the gun, Gardner. Here's Sanu on the catch. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. With it is Brown.
Touchdown, baby. Take up the key to this one.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
It's our time. It's our time. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On 1st and 10, Gardner. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right?
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Theo Riddick with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Myers for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score, Falcons 27, Seahawks 7. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 61 yards.
It's a pickup of 61 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down. Bishop. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
On the ready, 59. Mike's 59. So don't say any weapon. Where'd he go?
They'll try the left side. It's Bishop, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. 66, pull it, half.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Green's got it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Joker.
From the gun, Gardner. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think